It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And it is Wizard basketball tonight as the Washington Wizards go up against the Sacramento Kings. Well, for Sacramento, it's been a difficult season for them in many ways.
São Paris, São Paulo, França, Brasil. Aí, MSP da UFP, Laboratório Fantasma. É nóis. Assim,
Os manos no posto, trampando a contragosto, feliz ou oposto. Aposto que sei da dureza, que é a tristeza, deformando o seu rosto. Se calos falassem, talvez o mundo escutasse, olhar do impasse, olhasse, limpasse, brilhavam vocês. Bonjour, pras mina no fronte, que dor pra contar tem de monte. É tipo uma fonte dela, de fronte ela sonha com um novo horizonte. Trancada na cela ou numa favela. Medo é foda, João. Pobre menina, sofre de verdade por toda a cidade. Ainda mais porque a palavra liberdade é feminina. Cidade luz, guetos, becos e pretos tristes como um blues. Mano, muçulmano, amor, islã. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. Mil flor, mil cor, mil idioma, mil cor, tipo índio. Tio.
Let's take them back.
Sports presents Thursday night the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. The Washington Wizards here at home in an interconference matchup. Should be a good one. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with a win.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at it.
They got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the Kings, Paulie Stein is out there with Rudy Gay. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Bellinelli in at the 2 guard. For the Sacramento Kings, the last game a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them. When you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage. And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Screen by Cousins. Rondo kicks to Cousins. And here comes the break. Here's Beal. Finish off the break. Beal's got his second basket of the game.
And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And that one's good.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Right side wall. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. And an interesting look here at the top assisting point guards this season. Setting up teammates, being a playmaker. One of the hallmarks of being a premier point guard in the NBA. Number 1, Rajon Rondo. 3rd, John Wall.
And obviously assists are the name of the game at the point guard position. And that's not lost on these guys. It's all about making their teammates better.
I agree. I mean, their vision, their unselfishness, the connection they have with their teammates. It really adds up to a real wealth of understanding of what to do out there, and it makes them a special group.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
And John Wall, guys, is still one of the most explosive players in the league. His speed makes professional athletes look like they are stuck in mud.
Wall draws the double. Morris into the lane. And it's Wall. That time the assist by Morris. Wall's got his... second bucket of the night.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
We're talking about Wall's burst. He can go end to end in seconds. Clark, you're amazed. You just say he's a blur.
Yeah, rack to rack in a nanosecond is what Wall can do. I mean, his speed is something special.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. The thing about Bradley Beal, when he suits up, the entire lineup becomes exponentially more potent. Quick, powerful athlete, Greg, high basketball IQ. You know, had the great teaching at Florida, carries it to the NBA. Opponents have to account for him, I think, on both ends of the floor.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I mean, coming out of college, a lot of people compared him to Ray Allen. I mean, he possesses that next level smoothness and body control that's often indicative of a true difference maker.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played.
And, you know, going back to Bradley Beal, the bottom line is he's a winner. Last year, the Wizards went 8 and 9 with Beal out of the lineup. Hard to argue with those facts and numbers.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Dave. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
And when you talk about Bradley Beal, it's not just having him in the lineup that matters. It's having him at his best. When he's at 100% health, there are very few guys in the league who can keep up with him. Truly one of the game's great young talents.
And Sessions kicks to Nene. They get a hand on it.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to AC. Now the feed to Casper. Butler goes in. Stolen by Dudley. Dishes it to Thornton. Here's Sessions. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Wizards lead. And backcourt in Washington with John Wall and Bradley Beal. Wall said that Beal is...
When we go out to eat, he gets like 2 meals.
You think John Wall's hungry for a championship in D.C.?
Yeah, I would certainly think. Well, not really. I've seen that dude exactly the way John describes it. It is an unbelievable sight to behold. You literally cannot comprehend how anybody can scarf up that much food and still hoop.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Wizards.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Gortat is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. You look at him physically, and Rudy Gay is the complete package at the small forward spot. Nothing holding him back.
You know, Kevin, he comes in at 6'8", has that solid frame, unbelievable athletic ability with the speed to go with that for a player of his height. He is a true talent.
It's 2-on-1. Here's Wall. Finished off the break. Wall's got 8.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Knocked loose. Kicks it to Rondo. Cousins dishes to Rondo. Back to Cousins. A 3-ball. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got his 3rd assist on the night. Rondo against Wall. Inside, here's Gortat. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And the thing, Greg, about Marcin Gortat, he's not a high flyer. He's not a super flexible athlete. But he's one of the best centers in the league because he's tough. And he's worked hard on developing his skills. And he always hustles.
Yeah, and he fights for position down low. A terrific screener, does a lot of that dirty work. And he's also very good at passing the basketball. You know, a lot more skilled, particularly in the pick and roll, than maybe people give him credit for. He can hurt a defense in a surprising number of ways.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Here's Koufos. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Talking about Gortat, he was a late second-round draft choice in 2005. His first 4 years in the league, highly underwhelming. Now, over the last 4 years, he's averaged around 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks per game. Those are good numbers.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Collison, the pass to Koufos. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run. Don't think Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Thornton. Koufos. They retain possession. Oh, look out, and then you throw him stuff like that. And you go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini. No one near Sessions as he lets it fly. Sinks the triple. Sessions has got 5 points so far. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now the dish to Casper. Here's Porter. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
From 15 feet away, the putback. And finished off by AC.
He could have tipped it home, but he wanted to give this crowd something to remember.
Dynamic work right there. Throw down that rebound.
Yes, sir.
And no need there, guys, to throw that one back out. Just go ahead and handle your business.
And here's Dudley for three. Rebound by Caspi. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
And AC kicks to Butler. And that's a foul called on Ramon Sessions. That is his first foul of the game. So it's Sacramento now, trailing by 2. Butler from outside.
Ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
And Thornton with the basket on the assist by Sessions. Thornton's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Out to the wing from 13, and he hits the jump shot.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Puts up a 3, and that one's good. Sessions has got a pair of triples in the second half for Washington. It could go. No good on that last second attempt there. And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. Wizards out front. They're up by 5. And a chance now to...
Bradley, it certainly seemed to be a focus of this team to have a strong first half, which you did. Is this type of intensity something that coach has made a priority?
Yeah, most definitely.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Washington in control. They lead by 5. Let's start with you, Kenny. What did you think?
Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. The 3.
That wraps it up for halftime as the game is just about to get going again in the third quarter. We will see you later.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. A look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
The second half is underway, and here's who George Karl's got on the floor. Rajon Rondo is out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Koufos in at the center position. And the wide-open shot for Morris. No good from the wing. So for Washington, their last game a loss to Atlanta.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on.
And what a gutting play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into win.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Washington leading now by 3. Wall attacking. He feeds it to Oubre. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Wall dishes to Gortat. And the layup's good off the glass. Gortat's got his second basket.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Here's Cauley Stein, and he jams it with authority.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
And guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit. I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Washington shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. The first one falls. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Porter comes in for Oubre. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. And stolen by Thornton. Here's Morris. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. They set the screen. Ellen. Here's Rondo. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backcourt.
Greg, they're getting outworked on the glass, and those second chance buckets have devastated their defense.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And guys, the wheels really fell off for Marcus Thornton's game last year. This was a deadly shooter who averaged over 21 points a game only a few seasons ago. But last season, under double figures at 9 for contact.
Getting ready for the Wizards. Gortat's checked in for Nene. Oubre comes in for Porter. Bradley Beal's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And John Wall subbed in for Sessions. On the top of the Thornton, Greg, last season, he wasn't all bad. He did hit career high 42% of his threes. Clark, the problem is he didn't provide anything else.
Yeah, he's an Allen wrench. He's a specialist. I mean, he's never been a great playmaker, rebounder, or defender. His money is made with his jump shot.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's get an update on Cousins. Doris, what's his status?
Hey, Kev, I chatted briefly with the head trainer for Sacramento. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. If he were to miss significant time, it would really hurt this team that depends on him for so many things. Guys, time will tell.
Thank you, Doris. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
And let's just hope the rehab process doesn't drag on any longer than it has to.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And Beal kicks to Wall. 6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Moreland. The Kings trail by 5. Outside Collison. From deep three-point range, the shot's good on the assist by Butler. 6 points for Darren Collison.
How can we forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look. Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those lanes.
And Butler slams it home.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
You know, I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going through the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
One-on-one fast break, and it's sent back by Morris. Got a piece of it. It's taken away by Collison. Butler kicks to Caspi. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And again, Washington running the court in transition. And finished off by Oubre.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
We've got as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Wizards leading by 4.